liking how this is turning out. We have a problem. I hate it. Hi guys, it's me Gaia. Welcome back to another crochet vlog. So my sister wants me to make her a mesh sweater that she will use as a beach cover-up. This is the inspo picture she sent me, so this is basically what we're going to be replicating in this vlog. So I will take you through my entire designing process and just me making this beach cover-up. First things first, I had to make sure that I had the right yarn. For this beach cover-up, I'm going to be using 100% cotton yarn. This is the brand that I always use. I will tag this yarn in the description. I'm using the color 2003. It's like a ivory or off-white. This is a sport weight or number 2 weight yarn. I will be using a mesh stitch, but I'm not too sure exactly what type of mesh stitch I'm going to use. I'm going to make a few swatches to see what I like and show my sister which ones she likes as well. So I did already have this color on my yarn shelf right there, but since I only have one cake, that will not be enough because my sister is looking for something oversized, long sleeves. It's going to be quite big. So I ordered 2 more cakes of this yarn just in case. You never want to run out of yarn while making a project. I also have my yarn spinner ready. I used to be a center pull girly, but after using these yarn spinners, I like to pull from the outside instead, because I find that when I do pull from the inside, as you're using the yarn, it kind of collapses on itself, the yarn skein, and then it will lead to more tangles. So I spend a lot of time untangling the yarn instead of crocheting. With this yarn spinner, it makes it so much easier to pull from the outside. So I have officially converted to an outside pull girly. Oh, if you are interested in this yarn spinner, I will have it linked in the description box. Okay, so I was experimenting with some lace stitches and I think this is the one I'm going to use. I think it's really pretty and very simple. It's actually alternating rows of single crochet and double crochet. At first I wanted to use this simple mesh stitch where it was just double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, but I feel like it's too simple and I feel like I want the stitch pattern to have a little bit more, I don't know, pizzazz to it, I guess. I think this looks really pretty and it's also very simple and fast to work up. So let's see, I'll send a picture of this to my sister and see if she also likes this stitch pattern. Like I said, I'm using a sport weight yarn and I'm also using my frills crochet hook in the size 5mm. This is the hibiscus resin hook, so beautiful. I want it to be very lightweight and flowy, so I decided to use a bigger hook than what is recommended for a sport weight or number 2 weight yarn. Okay, so I showed my sister that swatch and she doesn't like it, so I made a new swatch. She said that the holes were too big and she wants the holes to be more triangular shaped. So I came up with this. This is just rows of the V-stitch and I sized down my hook to a 3.5mm hook. So that made the stitches shorter and therefore the gaps in between the stitches are smaller. So she said this is okay, so we will go ahead with this V-stitch. Okay, so I have made some progress on my sister's mesh beach cover-up. Here is what we have so far. In the inspo picture, there's at the bottom, there's like a kind of thicker band. So that's why I did these few rows of just single crochet and then I followed it up with V-stitches. These are double crochet V-stitches. I think it looks really cute so far. My plan on the construction for this sweater is to make 2 panels, the front and back panels, which will be the same, and then I will join them together, seam up the sides, and then add the sleeves in the round. That's usually how I like to make my sweaters, so I'm gonna go with that. I think it's also easier for my sister to sort of try it on as I make it, and it's easier to make corrections that way. Okay, so we have a little bit of a problem. I realized that my edges are not straight. As you can see, like it's kind of shrinking a little bit. Then I looked back to see where I went wrong and I realized I missed stitches here and here. So I'm gonna start over. I'm going to undo all of this and start again right from the beginning. So I did redo it, and this is how much I have done so far, but it's still not straight. Like the edge is still not straight. I'm not sure why, because my stitch count is correct, my tension is consistent throughout. I just can't seem to figure out why the edge is not straight. Maybe it's because of the change of stitch. Like I started with single crochet and then worked my way up towards the V-stitch. Maybe the width of the single crochet is wider, I guess, compared to the V-stitch. So maybe that's why like the shape of the stitch makes the edge not straight. So there really was no point in me restarting because it looks the exact same. I'm now thinking, what if I started with V-stitches instead, and then at the end, like for my last few rows, I do the single crochets? Would that make a difference? I don't know. Should I test that technique out, doing V-stitches first and then the single crochet? Or do I just keep going and maybe I'll block these panels before joining them so that they are straight? Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little swatch using that technique where I make V-stitches first and then the single crochets, and we'll see if the edges are straight. I'll use this little scrap to make the little swatch, and I will report back to you, see if I need to undo my work again or not. Okay, so I made a little swatch starting with the V-stitches, and then I ended with these rows of single crochet. It does look a little bit better, but the edge is still not straight. I think it doesn't make a difference whether or not I start with single crochets or V-stitches. So I think what I'll have to do is I'm just going to have to steam or wet block my panels before joining them so that they do have a straight edge. That's just how it is, I guess. Okay, it has been several days since I last updated you guys on this project. To be quite honest, I have been procrastinating working on this project just because it is, you know, quite a bigger project. And I know I said this would be a top, but it's more like a dress. It is quite a big project, like I said. So I've just been really unmotivated to work on it, but I have made a lot of progress since I last spoke to you guys. As you know, I was struggling to make the sides of the panel straight, and I kind of figured it out. I thought I really got it, but as I kept working on it, it still kind of isn't perfectly straight like I want it to be, but I did my best. So I unraveled the project maybe 2 more times, trying to get the panels straight. I worked up a few more swatches, like this one. You can see the sides are very straight, so I thought I really got it down, like, okay, I figured it out. But as you work up your rows, it still shrinks a little bit towards the top part. So, you know, it's not completely straight like I want it to be, but, you know, this was as close as I could get it. So I just went on with this. So basically what I did was I made my single crochet rows, and then I made 1 row of double crochets before moving on to the V-stitches. And somehow that worked, that helped. So that's what I did, and I'll show you what I have so far. She is very heavy because I am using cotton yarn, and cotton yarn does tend to be quite heavy, but you know, the weight does make it very nice and drapey. I haven't added the sleeves yet. I just finished connecting the 2 panels, so it is really long and really big. This has taken me so long to get to this point. I might do a little try on for you guys. I'm working on the neckline right now, and as you can see, the neckline is huge. Like, I wanted it to be big so that it could have like a off the shoulder look, but I'm realizing that this might be too big. Like, it really might go right off the shoulders and not stay on. So we'll see. I might have to add some extra rows and like decrease stitches around the neckline to make it more smaller so that it actually does stay on the body. Like you see, it's gonna completely slide off, like it won't stay on the body unless you wear it like this, which is the intended way to wear it, but I feel like this is too much, right? Like my whole boob is gonna slip out. So we've got that to fix. I have like 3 days to work on this before I leave to Italy. And I don't know if I mentioned it in this vlog, but I want to finish this before I go to Italy. That includes taking pictures of it and everything like that. So we are on a time crunch considering how huge this project is, but at least I have the panels done. The panels will probably take me the most time, so at least that's done. And I am probably not gonna frog it to fix this situation. What I'm gonna do is just kind of add rows to the neckline and sort of make some decreases to make it smaller. I hope that will work because, like I said, I don't have time to like unravel everything, and so that will have to do. This is the progress so far. Okay, let me stand up so you guys can really see how long this is. Okay, can you guys see how long it is? It's basically a dress, and I feel like I did make it too long. It might be too long. It'll just become a dress now. I also feel like it's not oversized enough. If I were to make this again, I would make the panels wider. Once you connect them, it'll kind of fit like this, which is fine, but I kind of envisioned a more oversized fit. But again, I'm not going to be redoing these panels, so this will have to do. That is my update on this project. I'm really hoping I can get it done before Italy so that I have content to post for you guys once I am on my trip to Italy. I will be there for quite a while, so I don't want to leave you guys without content. I'm hoping to finish filming everything for this project, so that includes all my TikToks, this vlog, and like pictures and all that other stuff. So then I can edit everything on flight there. Hopefully, that's my plan, but we'll see how everything goes. Okay, I will probably update you guys again once I've, first fixed this huge neck hole situation, and hopefully by then I'll also be working on the sleeves. Okay, it is the next day and I am basically done with one sleeve. I just have to do a little border around it. This is what she looks like so far. I'm gonna be honest, I am not liking how this is turning out. And if I did have enough time, if I didn't have to go on this Italy trip, I would undo this whole thing and start again, and I would start in a completely different way. I think once this is all finished and done and I show you guys at the very end, I'm going to explain what I would do differently, and I'm honestly really itching to make that version. It's just not what I had envisioned. I will talk about all that later. Let's just finish this now as soon as we can. Also, I only have this much yarn left for the second sleeve, so I really hope that's enough because I don't have more of this color and I don't have time to order more because it just will not get here in time. I will probably meet you back again once this is all done and finished. You guys, we have a problem. So I ran out of yarn and this is how far I'm into the second sleeve. I don't know if you can see that. I am really close to finishing that second sleeve, but I ran out of yarn. I don't have any more of that color. I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh my gosh. I still have this from the little swatch that I made. I have some left, okay? But is this gonna be enough? I have like maybe 10 more rows. Oh my god, that's actually a lot. That's actually a lot. And this is probably not gonna be enough. Okay, I can try to match it with some of the scraps I have, but I feel like it's just not the perfect match. Like this is too white, this is too like, but maybe it won't be noticeable when I work it up. Should I just go with this? I don't know, because okay, this is definitely too white up here. And then this is all bamboo, so it won't like have the same effect because this is 100% cotton. Guys, should I just go with this? Do you think the difference will be noticeable? They are very similar, but I feel like, I don't know, should we try? Let's see what color, because this color that I'm using is the code 2002. So let's see what color code this one is. Okay, this is color code 2000. So it's not the same color. I feel like it's gonna be noticeable. Okay, let's see how far this takes me, and if it's not enough, which probably isn't, I'm probably going to unravel some of this side maybe. Also, like every time I hold this up for you guys, it's like an arm workout. Like this is really heavy. I've used 2 cakes so far. One cake has 200 grams, so this in total is 400 grams. So it is quite heavy. We'll see how everything works out. Okay, so as predicted, it didn't get me that far, that little scrap I had. So I started using this other color that's slightly darker, and I feel like it's too noticeable, especially because I'm giving this to my sister, and my sister is very, very picky. She will notice this, I'm pretty sure. Maybe far away you can't really notice it that well. So that leaves me with no choice but to unravel. Hopefully the sleeves aren't too short after this. It's finished. It's literally the ugliest thing I've ever made. I'm gonna be so honest with you guys, like I hate it. I hate everything about it. Like, okay, maybe it's because I'm wearing it on top of like the clothes I'm wearing right now, but I don't like this at all. It is nothing like what I had envisioned. I don't like the neckline. I don't like how it fits because it has to be more like oversized. The sleeves are not long enough, and I feel like there's a lot of bunching under the arm. So there is a lot I would change about this. I will say, I wish my sister had given me more creative freedom. This stitch, like I understand she wanted the holes in between the stitches to be smaller, and she chose this stitch, but this stitch, like you can barely see, like it's not see-through enough. Do you know what I mean? The holes aren't big enough, they're too small. So that also makes it less flowy, and I feel like it looks a little stiff, and it makes it not look like a beach cover-up because there's not enough wholeness going on. As I was making the front and back panels, I kept asking her about the length because she kept asking me to make it longer, and now I feel like it's way too long. If I were to make this again, I would go with a raglan style top-down pattern, much more holy than this. I think I would go with the first swatch I made. I feel like with the raglan style top-down method, it will create less bunching under the arm here as well. Actually, I don't know why I decided to do the construction like this. I think it's because the picture has this little slit down here, so I wanted to recreate that as well. So that's probably why I didn't go with the raglan style in the first place, because I didn't know how to do that in the raglan style because it's worked in the round. This was honestly such a waste of time, and I'm so disappointed at how it turned out. Honestly, you guys, I filmed a tutorial whilst freehanding this, and I don't think I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna delete all of the footage I have of that tutorial because this is just not it. I do not want to release this as a tutorial. I feel like nobody would want it, and also just because it's ugly, honestly. Like, I would never want to release something that I'm not proud of. I at least hope that this was a fun watch for you all. I will definitely revisit this once I come back from my trip to Italy. I already know exactly how I'm gonna make it, and it's gonna be so much better. It's gonna look like the picture next time. I will also have to delete all the TikTok drafts that I took of me making this and stuff, because I am not gonna be posting this. I think only you guys who watch this video will know about this horrific project. This wasted a lot of my time, a lot of yarn, and just made me stress for no reason. I'm sorry that the outcome isn't as expected, or if I let you guys down, but I'll still upload this vlog just so that it makes me feel better. Maybe I didn't completely waste all of that time. Maybe at least I got a little vlog out from it. And also, you guys can get to see a lot of the things I make, I need to make multiple times to get it perfect. And You know, even though I've been crocheting for years, like I still have these moments where I make something and I hate it, or it just does not come out the way that I want it to. I'm kind of sad that I have to throw away all this footage of the tutorial and like my TikToks and stuff, because I did spend a lot of time on this. This was a very big project for me. A little sad about that, but you know, it is what it is. I don't like it and I don't want to post it because it's not my best work. This is not over. Like, I am going to make that mesh cover up and I'm gonna make it like the photo as close as I can. I just have to try again and I'm confident I can get it done. Enough of the complaining. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will end it here. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more content from me in the future, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!